in your opinion, like who were the people that inspired your career growing up as an artist?
I'm a 60s kid. I was born in the 60s. And the art that really called out to me was pop art and also the early anime stuff. So we're talking about Andy Warhol, James Rosenquist, artists like that. But then I was fascinated by early anime. So cartoons like Gigantor and Speed Racer and Kimber the White Lion, those things was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then of course, the late 60s, Marvel Comics started exploding, especially when this character named Spider-Man came out of nowhere. He was a teenage kid. Like, whoa, what's the, so all that sort of was my main influence. Artists as a people that I met in my lifetime, wow, there were a lot. I tell you, the one person, Keith Haring, had this work ethic. I mean, he would go to clubs at night, just go clubbing, doing whatever, and then, go home at 4 in the morning, sleep until 11, and then he's in the studio the rest of the day painting, and he'll go out again, and I'm like, how the hell? But and he worked. Keith worked hard. That work ethic was interesting. Again, Ronnie Cutrone, who was an artist that was represented, who was actually very friendly with Keith and Kenny Scharf and that whole crew. He was like, you need to make it a job in the sense that you have to build that work ethic, because it's really easy for an artist to paint for 1 month, then hit a beach and chill out, and then paint whenever you want. It's not as easy as you think, because I look at Picasso. Picasso worked every day, and this is a man, and he would he developed all these styles, and then he would just abandon them and go into something else, go into something else, go into something else. He would fill a house up with artwork, and when there was no more room, he would shut it down, buy another house, move in there, and start again. So when he passed away, there were all these chateaus all over France and Spain that were filled with artwork, because he would just fill them up, lock them up, and keep going.
Wow.
So, yeah. So the work, to me, the most important thing I think is work ethic. Talent, of course, talent's talent, but you could be a not very talented artist, because there's a few of them out there, and they have great work ethic and they're doing okay. And then you got guys who are incredible artists who just don't care about, they're just whatever, and they're bitter to the very end.
I think a lot of people are going to wonder who inspired you and influenced you, just like, Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly. Yeah, there's just Michael Jackson, guys.
Yeah. Besides the artist, music was
Huh?
Yeah. I mean, music to me is right there with artists, and the reason being, whenever you come to my studio, or if I'm here working at home, there's music all the time. All the time. When we're painting, you see me with earphones. Wherever I am, there's music 24/7. That's my catalyst. I want to paint and I have something to say, but the music, you see me moving, and then I can paint all day without eating, listen to music. But that's my that's my charge. That's what keeps me going. So music. Yeah, that's so deep. Yeah, in me.
Oh man, that's amazing. Let's go music.
Oh yeah, listen.
I need music. I have to have music on.
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah, man.
Tech could definitely tell you I'm not quiet.
No, I get up in the morning, and it's some type of music. I'm in the car, there's music. I'm in the studio. There's never a quiet moment. Only when I'm sleeping. When I get up, I'm like, and then all of a sudden these songs from I heard the day before in my head, like, oh gosh, And I start looking for them on YouTube, and there they are. So.
Hey, music changes moods and improves your emotional stability.
Yeah, very much.
Your physical health and well-being. Music is everything.
Well, I mean, a lot of artists have always worked with dancers and musicians, like Jasper Johns with Merce Cunningham, John Cage. Those people. They wrote this really influential, I don't know what you want to call it, new wave, what new wave music. Yeah. But the ones that were inspiring them were the painters. Picasso was deeply into ballet, and he painted, backdrops for these ballets. So, you know what I'm saying? So that always worked hand in hand. And then, when hip hop exploded, we were involved in there, from the get go. So it's something that artists always drawn to. I think most artists want to be musicians, and most musicians want to be artists. You know what I'm saying? Like musicians want to be painters. Mm-hmm. Actors want to be painters. I mean, someone like David Bowie was an amazing painter. You know, he was not Frank Sinatra. Tony Bennett. He has exhibitions all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And then artists want to, you know, learn how to play guitar, want to play, you know, drum and bass. That's, you know, it's inherent. You know, we want to do what we want to do.
Yeah, you want to express yourself creatively. A big one for me is Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. He does his own paintings and stuff like that, but also he does directing and producing, and he's a comedian on top of that. So using their laughter kind of as a mask, but also trying to find an outlet to express their emotions and feelings. But actually, I'm glad we talked about this, because, you know,